Welcome back to another episode of Desire to Inspire, your mama's favorite podcast, hosted by Kermit the Frog today with the way I sound. But today I'm excited to dive into pretty much everything and anything that revolved around your race, the Chicago Marathon, both mentally, physically, and everything in between. I think we're going to have an exciting episode today, and I think we're going to finally hear what fucking happened in Chicago.
Yeah, dude, I wish you could have been there. Obviously, you had a wedding, things came up, but the energy at this race was unreal. Like, last year, Indy was big. This was like next level, overtake the city big. Like, billboards were all dedicated to running. People bought billboards for like individual runners.
Oh,
but,
wow.
The city like shut down. There was pop-ups everywhere, just run clubs everywhere. And it was just sick. I wish you could have seen it on that level. But yeah, dude, let's get into it, I guess.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Taking over Chicago seems like a very hard task, so why don't you just kind of like start with whatever you want to, and then I'll ask questions in between and stuff like that. But I hope that majority of this one, since I took up the last couple, is you telling us about it, and then from the questions that I've collected over the last week, I'll ask those, because it's been funny. I've had so many people one during race text me and is like, do you know what's going on with Dylan? Have you heard from Dylan? And then also Lowe's been asking me all week, like, have you talked to Dylan more? Have you talked to him more? And I'm like, no, yes, I talk to him every single day, but purposefully not about this topic, because I wanted all of the conversations to kind of just flow as they would in a phone call or text.
There's been a lot that I've wanted to talk about, but I think it's been better that I haven't. I actually think that I've had a lot of time to reflect, and I've spent a lot of time thinking about Sunday. But I think that Mandy's gone now for a week, and I'm going to be very insulated. I think like I'm really going to have time to like hone in and be like, okay, what went wrong? Because so much went right, and I think that that's what I struggle with the most. So I guess we'll start there. Like, races past, I don't typically do like a multi-day carb load. I'm like, night before, let's hammer this hard. And my coach actually told me like Monday, Tuesday, even a little bit of Wednesday, pull carbs back some. And then like really hammer them the 3 days leading up. So like 600 to 700 grams of carbs a day.
God.
And I did it, dude. I was I was on it. And this Saturday night, dude, I was so giddy. Like, I was like a child. I was like, with that picture that I posted was legit.
You texted me, you're like, I feel like a kid on Christmas.
And as I said, I was already cuddled up in bed, and I was like, I got to take a picture and post this. And honestly, I was like, this is one of the stupidest things I've ever put in my story. It got more likes than probably anything. And I was like, okay, I just need to be more myself.
Yes.
I was like, all right, this is it. This is what's showing me right now. But so we'll just start with, we fly in Saturday morning. Might be the one thing that I would change is flying Friday night or like Friday midday. But also hotels are $500+ a night. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. And so we fly in early, like 7 a.m. Get off, get the train straight from there. Ended up getting off because like there was too many stops, and we wanted to try to make a shakeout run. Didn't happen. But we got to the hotel like 8:40. Early check-in at before 9 is like $50, or after 9 is $20. So I was like, let's wait 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So I literally just changed in the lobby into my running gear and took off out the front door. I ended up running, no idea where I was going. Ran like down to the Riverwalk and ended up running into some guys that I know from social.
Oh, hell yeah.
Who I ran in Austin with like 5 years ago.
Damn.
He's super blown up since then. But like that was cool. I was like, oh shit. So like we BS for a little bit, ran for a little while. Then I just went back. We checked in and we're like, all right, BPN's got to pop up where they're giving stuff out. And there's like multiple other brands there. Let's go there and then we'll go to the expo. I probably expended 20,000 steps this day. Not ideal. But I was like, for me, like, I don't know if it's necessarily bad because I do more steps than that on the regular anyway. So like my body probably is adjusted to it. But I feel like that was something probably could have done without. But the pop-ups are dope. Like, literally, I don't know how many runners you follow, but if you just like walked into this one section, it's like kind of like in Dallas, like where the AT&T thing is, like it's big open like that, and there's like these buildings around, and just New Balance, Brooks, like all these different places. They had like fuel bars, free coffee, like free food, whatever, like just giving stuff out. Damn. And like all of like these different people's athletes there. So it's just like everybody from social media is around. Like the energy was just cool. Saw a couple people from Charlotte there. And then I'm like, all right, let's get to the expo because I'm trying to go to bed early tonight. Biggest fucking expo I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like, I think we spent 2 hours there.
Jesus.
Could have spent more. Like, it was just unreal.
Good God.
They had people doing hair. I'm like, who comes to a running expo and does hair, bro? But, like, the chairs were full.
Some people don't have to think about that.
I'm like, true. True. But I'm like, these girls are really here getting their hair done at a running expo?
Kind of makes sense.
I guess. But, yeah, dude, it was sick. A lot of cool stuff. Good photo ops.
Did you see anything at that expo, like, new to the industry or stuff that you haven't come across before that you're like, let me go and check that out?
No, not really. There was like a couple running brands that I've never heard of, like shoes. They didn't really like look like anything I wanted, so I didn't really pay them much mind. But I was like, I've never heard of that before. I did get my race day hat there.
I don't think I saw that.
It was white. It had like the sky on it. It's just 26.2. Because I was gonna wear a DTI, but the only one I have is a black one. I'm like, black doesn't look right with this.
Yeah.
outfit.
No,
and
that outfit was good.
I was looking for a hat, and that one was on sale for like $15. I'm like, I gotta get this one.
Yep.
So then we went to La Scarola for dinner.
Dude.
Probably what?
Go ahead.
The best pasta I've ever had in my life.
That was a fat with a PHATTTTT bowl of pasta you got.
I ate the entire thing.
That looked fire.
And I ate some Mandy's.
Oh my God.
It's like family style type Italian, and I showed out, bro. Dude. I ate that whole thing.
I literally saw that picture. I go, whoa. Lo was like, what? And I was like, look at this pasta Dylan's smashing right now.
Bro, and it was like, we looked up their Instagram before we went because we got it recommended from someone we went to the cabin with last year. She lives there.
Okay.
And then somebody unsolicited just responded to my story and was like, dude, you got to go here for pasta. I'm like, well, we're already going, but now like it's set. So you look them up on Instagram, and it's not like a picture of their restaurant. It's the owner with like celebrities and like him selfies in the restaurant. I'm like, what the fuck? We can't find pictures of the food anywhere. Like, it has to be good. Like multiple people have said it.
Yep.
We go in. The owner's standing at the door on his phone. Doesn't even like really look up. He's like, you got a reservation? And right now he's like, one sec. Goes inside. He's like, come on. Sits us down. It's like straight like an Italian family in there, dude. Like the waiters like cussing at each other as they walk by. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Amazing food though.
Yep.
Couldn't have asked for better food. So then I go home that night, get everything prepped, and that's when I was feeling like a kid on Christmas. The next morning I wake up, same feeling, dude. Like I'm just like amped. Like I'm like trying to temper myself because I'm so excited. This is it. I'm like journaling. I'm like, today's the day, dude. I feel fucking great. The weather is perfect. Like literally ideal conditions for running a marathon, bro. Everything felt good.
That's when you got to ask yourself, it's like, oh shit, why is everything going so smooth?
Now I know. Question everything. But I was just, oh man, dude, I was feeling so good. So we start walking over. We're like a mile from the start line. Okay. But if you get an Uber, like it's gonna take way too long. Yeah. All of the roads are shut down on the way there. So we walk over. It's the park where the bean's at is like where it takes off. Mm-hmm. And so it tells me like on my bib, it's like you should go in gate 4. It's closest to like where you need to be. I'm like, all right, cool. Far end of the park. So like we're walking past like.
Did you flick the bean before you went in?
Nah, I was like still gated off. Went to it afterwards. But like they had everything closed because spectators can't get to the start line.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
or
smart.
The finish line. Spectators can't start or finish line in Chicago. Okay. And like we knew this ahead of time. So like we made a plan of like, all right, meet me at mile 4 because mile 12 is only a block away. So once you see me at 4, you can literally cut a street over and just post up. Yep. And I was like, then go here. And like we had a whole plan of like 3 to 4 spots where you could see me. And so I go into 4, and I'm like, where the fuck is my corral? And you have to be there like 20 minutes early or else their corral closes. And I learned from last year, don't get there late, because Indy, I got in that corral right before we took off, and I was stressed because of the porta potty situation. I had went to the bathroom. I actually shit for the first time before a marathon ever. I was feeling good, man.
If you know, that's big, baby.
Yeah, dude. Like in the hotel, not in the porta potty. At the hotel, I got to go. And so I get in, and I'm like, I'm corral D. I'm seeing like M. I'm like, this is far, dude. Like, where am I? It was gate 4 was closest to my bag drop. I don't have a bag because I left everything with Mandy. So I had to walk all the way back to the other end of the park, dude. And then like there was a street that went through that was blocked up, so I had to go around that.
Oh god.
So I got in with plenty of time. It was like 7, and I didn't have to be here till 7:20. Okay. Start time technically 7:35. But I'm standing there. I'm like getting antsy. I'm like looking around for the guys. Don't see anybody I know. Well, I see one guy I know, but like not enough to like go hang out.
Yeah.
But so I'm looking for Mike. I'm looking for Fernando. Can't find any of them. I actually didn't see them the entire time I was in Chicago. Either one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, with how close you and Mike were on like the map and everything, I was like, oh, they probably took off together.
We were in the same corral.
Damn.
But like the fastest pacer in our group was a 3:10. So like I was kind of up close, but then like as I was drinking stuff within the thing, like just to like make sure I'm hydrated, I had to pee. But you can't leave the corral. So like I'm watching dudes like go pee in a grate or like through a fence. I'm like, fuck it. I didn't use a porta potty the whole time. I peed in a bush when I first got into the park. Then I pissed in the grate. And then 7:25 rolls around, 7:30, and we still haven't moved. So the way that they did it was every 5 minutes they let somebody out. So like the pros went out or before us, but 7:35 was like our official start time.
The pros, by the way,
unreal, dude.
Unreal. Like
I was standing in the crowd. They were already 20 minutes into the race. I'm like, they're 6 miles deep right now.
Dude,
I'm watching them on a screen. I'm like, we haven't even taken off yet, and they're 6 miles in.
Sponsored time. You guys know the deal. Here at DTI, we want to help people live a healthier, happier lifestyle. We're excited to partner with First Form because their mission is to impact one person's life a day. First Form gives us the capabilities to help you guys reach and achieve the goals you set forth. Utilize First Form through their supplements or their merchandise to live a more active lifestyle, putting yourself first and prioritizing the things that are important. Try First Form today with the link below. Back to the show. That blows my freaking mind. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, so the way they did was 7:35, Group A went out, and then we slowly pushed up. 7:40, Group B went out, and we slowly pushed up. So like, I had no way to communicate this because I left my phone. So like, Mandy's probably thinking like, where the hell is he at?
Yeah.
And so I pissed again through the fence right before I take off. I'm like, I might as well squeeze this out now because I'm not going during this race. So I go squeeze it. I'm still feeling good, dude. And finally, it's like 7:45. We take off. Maybe 7:50.
Damn.
And I'm just cruising. I have 2 watches on, so I can like manually keep track.
Yep.
And for a while, dude, I'm feeling good. I get to mile 4, where Mandy should be. Looking around, dude. Don't see her. So much so that I missed the mile marker, so I didn't even get to hit my watch. So I'm like, just leave it till 5 and then do the split in your head. Never saw her at 4. Never saw her. Turns out she wasn't there. She went to 2 because she knew she could get the 4. So she was trying to add an extra one in. Then because I wasn't there in time, she freaked out that she missed me. Probably left right before I got there because of the time difference.
Did she see you at 2?
No.
Oh.
That's where she left. So she like went there to see me. Probably thought, oh shit, it's been 15 minutes. She thought that the tracker was messed up.
Which it could be.
And so she left. Went to 4. Still thought she missed me, so left. So I didn't see her till 12.
Damn.
So by the time I get to 12, I'm still feeling good. Like the energy was high, but I was just like settled into a pace. I wasn't even like really looking like who's trying to pace around me. I was like, everyone here has to be somewhat close.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I was right with probably the 3:10, but I was on point for where my coach wanted me to be, like 7:05s. There's a couple where it dropped like under 7s, and I was like, that's fine. It's just making up a little bit. I feel good still.
I was interested about that because I'll ask later, but
no, go ahead.
Did your mindset shift? Because I know your coach said to go out a little bit slower, see how your body feels, and you were like, "No, I'm still going out at like 640, 650."
Yeah, I changed my mind.
Okay.
I thought like back to Indy, and that was probably the reason that I knew at the half that I didn't have sub-3 in me in Indy. And so I pulled back just to get a PR.
Mm-hmm.
And she had told me, I think that if you would have started out more conservative, you could have even shaved some more time off of that. She said, I still don't think you would have had sub-3 that day, but I think you could have went like 310, 3:0 something.
Yep.
I was like, all right, that makes sense. So I was like making up 10 seconds here and there. Feels like a lot, but if you can do it like in a mile or two, like it makes sense. Like just do a little push, pull back, little push, pull back. And so I did start conservative and I felt good at it. Mm-hmm. And then like I was gradually just picking up my like extra seconds. So I was like, all right, like it's just happening on its own. Like I'm not having to push too hard. So I'm Andy at 12, feeling good. At that point I was still like on pace-ish to where I needed to be.
Yeah.
At least for a PR, bare minimum. Like I was in good shape still. Body was feeling good. And then something happened. Like the sun came out for like 2 miles and cooked my ass. Like cooked me. Like I don't know why it felt like it hit that hard. I also wore a waistband for the first time ever because I wanted to put gels in it because I couldn't fit them all in my back pocket.
What'd you have, like 10?
8 or 9.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So like I had like 4 in my pocket and then the rest were in this band. And it felt like it was like constricting like my hips for a while. So like I literally $30 just threw it.
Damn.
Gone, dude. As soon as I got down to like 2 gels, I shoved them in my side pocket and I just kept going. But then the sun came out, dude, and like it just like beat me down. And it went away. But like I just felt drained for some reason. And I was doing good on hydrating. Like it was pretty much every mile. They had Gatorade and water. So like every other one, I would stop for one of the two.
You ever get Coke?
No, they didn't have any.
Damn.
No. So like one, I would grab water, then I'd skip one, the next one I'd grab Gatorade. And I would just like repeat that unless like I needed extra, then I would make sure I grabbed it.
Yep.
But yeah, dude, that sun got me. And I had to pull off the side of the road and throw up. First time I've ever thrown up like in a run. I've thrown up after runs.
Yeah.
But never mid-run. And it was not fun. And like
was it like just a little lit or was it wow
projectile?
Oh shit.
Not good.
Yeah, that ain't like
you at medic
all.
Comes over, I'm like, I'm good, I'm gonna go. And after the race, dude, the sorest part of me was like my traps. These to touch, bro, just hurt. And
Were you just like tense or something?
Mandy thinks it's from me throwing up, which I hadn't really like thought about. But she's like, probably like you hunching over, throwing up, like already being. And I was like, I guess so. And so I power through that, and I like even start to come back down. Like I think that was like a 9-minute mile, and I started bringing back down to low 8s, and like we were gradually getting back down to where we needed to be. And then
I saw that 9-minute mile in because I didn't take off on my flight until you had like a mile and a half left in the race. And I saw that 9-minute mile and my heart sunk to my asshole. Tone and I were texting on the side and we're just going back and forth. And then we saw that and we were like, what the fuck?
I mean, everybody, my family was like, we knew something happened.
Yeah.
It was just like, well, what happened? And so I still wasn't in bad shape. Like I was like, I can still get a PR. And I round the corner at 21. And that's where I see Mandy again. Like she's like up like in a crowd like at the side of the road. I was really hoping that she was down low because I was gonna run over to her for the first time. I don't ever stop at a race. I'm like, I don't got it today, just so you know. Like just so you know, today ain't today. And I couldn't, so I just did like a point, kept going around the turn. Maybe a half mile later, bro, somebody goes down next to me. Like from like me to the door, like see them like start to stumble, like I'm like, oh, this is not gonna be good. So they like fall over. There's no medic around, so I run over and I'm just like trying to like talk to them. They're kind of out of it. So I'm like, I'm not gonna leave you here.
Yeah.
So my whole thought process behind it was that like this whole prep has been about more than me. If I know I don't have sub-3. Even if I had sub-3 though, I think I would have stopped. Like it did not look like a good fall.
Yeah. And
everybody else is just running by. I'm like, let me at least like make sure they're okay. And so I stop, like the pussy that I am. And medics do show up, but it's like a couple minutes later, and like just from like being bent over and like squatted down, quads were blown up, dude. Like at one point, I got to like hold them up, move them out of the way of traffic, and then set them down. And then like I'm squatted down, just like talking to them. Quads just destroyed.
Jesus.
So like I start running again, and I can just feel them, dude. Like they're just throbbing. I'm like, fuck. And then it just became a walk run to the finish. And there was, I heavily considered DNFing. Heavily.
That bad?
Yeah. There was multiple times I thought about stopping. There's also a time where the road like goes this way and then it's gonna come back this way, but like you go out and around. And I was like, there's a median with a lot of spectators. I could go in there like I'm peeing and just fucking cut to the other side of the road and cut 1.5 miles out of this race, dude. I didn't do it. You can check my Strava, but I wanted to.
Damn. And it's just from how bad your legs were feeling, or just like the mindset and everything at that point?
No, it was my legs. Dude, even like afterward, today's the first day my legs don't hurt.
Holy
like
shit.
My quads were destroyed. Obviously, the mental was playing a factor.
Yeah.
But my quads were not in a good place.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah. I crossed the finish line and, like, obviously defeated in the moment. Like,
yeah.
And then I'm like, well, I don't even think this beat Charlotte's Marathon 2 years ago. And it didn't. It was slower by a minute. I looked it up. But I don't know. I cross, and then it's 1 mile to get back to where you meet up with family. Because they have the park shut down through, like, what you walk through. So it's like, it's not like Charlotte where, like, you walk through and everything's right there for you to grab. It's like, grab something, walkaways. Grab something, walkaways. The bag's the last thing they give you. Dude, I have, like, 2 water bottles, a Muscle Milk, an open beer, donuts.
Bananas.
Yeah, dude. Apple. I had a banana and an apple in my pocket. And I'm like, what is going on? And then the dude's like, you want a bag? I'm like, why are they giving these out first, bro? Like, I don't have this many hands. He's like, I know. I don't know what we're doing. So I put it in there. And then you got to walk, like, through the whole park just to get to the 27th mile party. And so we had a plan. Meet at D. There's, like, A through whatever. And it's, like, set up, like, different pillars throughout so that you can meet up. I get over there, dude. Nowhere to be seen as Mandy. I'm like, I was ready to just collapse on the ground in front of her. Like, I was fully mentally defeated at this point. And so now I'm like, just walking around in an emotional wreck. Like, where are you and why aren't you here right now? I don't have my phone. So 20 minutes walking like around D. And I'm like, we talked about T, but I'm not going over there. Like, I said D, as soon as I leave, she's going to come. And now we're both going to be in this scenario. So I finally get someone's phone. She answers with 2% battery left. She's like, I just got into the park. Like, I had to go through security. Like, I'm on my way over there now. I'm like, all right, I'm waiting right here. Optic Nerve was our very first sponsor here at the Desire to Inspire podcast, and it's still one that we are pumped to be partnered up with today. I was linked up with them when I was living in Colorado. They are owned and operated out of Vail, and all of their products get tested in the mountains, so you know that it's built for an active lifestyle. Freddie and I rock these things all the time. They are made with planet-friendly materials, from recycled plastics to natural wood, and every pair comes with a lifetime warranty. So, I mean, what are you really doing? Hit the link in our bio, support DTI, support Optic Nerve, look fly doing it. Whether you're just out enjoying a nice stroll or getting active, Optic Nerve has got your back. So go to opticnerve.com and use code DTI for 20% off your order today. That's opticnerve.com, code DTI. And like by that point, I was just like, we got to get out of this crowd. Like, I need to go lay down. And so I lay down. She's like trying to like ask me like what happened. And I like can't even speak. Every time I start to almost cry. And I'm like, don't do this right now. I was like, I'll talk to you in a minute, but like I have to like get some things in me, and then we got to go over here. I'm like, these shoes need to come off. This is the worst my feet have ever looked after a race.
Damn.
I don't even want to show you. It's so bad.
Black toenails?
Dude, it has like a toenail under a toenail for some reason. It's like there's like a blister that like pushed my toenail up, and now another toenail starting to grow into my toenail.
God.
It's insane. It's unreal. But yeah, so she finally got me to like the point where I could speak to her, and I made her record the whole thing. I was like, just record it. I'm gonna try to talk about some things. I'm probably gonna miss some stuff, so I'll do another recap. I was like, but like right now, I just need to do it. I wanted to do it immediately.
Yep.
But yeah, as like I saw more people start to cross the finish line, made me feel a little bit better. I know I shouldn't compare myself to people, and she kept telling me this over and over. But
It's
like,
hard not to.
seeing more people, Mike had his worst race ever.
I
Like his
know.
slowest race ever.
I was following people, and I'm like,
I was convinced that Mike was gonna like crush Sub-3.
the way that both of you went through training, and like obviously I can only see Mike through social media, but I got to see you through social media and then also like in real life. And the way that I was seeing you guys go through this and conquer, and the mindset and the vision and everything just come together, I was like, dude, these guys are going to knock it out of the fucking park. And then as I was watching you guys throughout the race, I'm like, I don't even know if they're going to knock it in the park.
Did these dudes fucking train?
I was like, what is going on?
No. Yeah. That like I don't know. I've never failed a race like that. The half marathon is like the closest thing to it, because I wanted an hour 30, and what I get like hour 32, 33.
Yeah.
I'm like, that one's close. Like little tweaks, like just be better prepared. Also didn't do any speed work, so that probably comes down to it. But yeah, man. And it sucks because it was such ideal conditions.
Yeah.
But it was the toughest. It was harder than the 12-hour race.
I was going to say, like, thinking back, and it's so crazy, and this is the joy of like endurance, and I know that you've put like some of this stuff in statuses and posts that you've done post Chicago Marathon, but like that's the fucking joy of doing hard things and challenging yourself, is because it treats you just like life does. Like every single thing could be going great in life, relationship, family, work, blah blah blah, and the next thing you know, somebody passes away, and it's like fuck. And then it like throws you off completely, and you got to go through those dark moments of throwing up on the side of the road, of wanting to quit, DNF, like all of those different things. And like these hard moments, these hard times, these hard challenges that we put ourselves through, both physically and mentally through the preparation and the race and all of that, it just like, it ties back to life so much. And so when we talk about things, we're always like, but related to something in your life. Like this is a prime example of how you can show up day in and day out and put in the work and do the grind and make the hard no's over the easy yeses and do everything right for race day to come after doing 68 miles or 70, whatever you did that time, from getting up early, from getting up at 2 a.m. when you were going to Texas to get a run in, like all of these different things leading up to it. And then you get there and you're like, all right, let's go, baby. And all of a sudden, kicks you back down the mountain. And it's like, I'm going to test you.
It's
How
humbling,
are you,
bro.
I told you in a text message that I truly believe that something in this race is going to be the reason that this next trajectory happens. But not only that, it's going to be the reason why so much stuff happens from here moving forward. And it's going to be the catalyst of like a pivotal point, whatever direction that is. You might never run a race again, even though you're doing the 100-miler. I'm saying like a marathon or something. But something from this is going to propel you in the direction that's needed because of the lessons that you've learned in this, and because of how much it humbled you of like, hey, you say all the time, I'm fucking superhuman. Nobody can touch me. And guess what? Even Batman gets hit, baby. And so I'm excited to see this like unfold, because like there's so much to it. Again, it's going to change your mindset going into the 100-miler. It's going to change your mindset going out for those races, being more intentional, maybe actually sticking with 75 hard, since you said you're going to do it the end of this year.
Beginning of next year, January 1.
January 1. And so that's what I want people to take away. People are going to listen to this and be like, oh, he's talking about marathon. He's talking about running. But there's so much more to this, and it shows you time and time again, it doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter what you've done in the past. It doesn't matter how many marathons you've done. This was probably the flattest course that you've ever done. Fastest course.
Most people, most energy.
Best ideal weather conditions. Like everything was there for it to happen. But there is a reason that it didn't. And that reason you can already see in your social media post. Like dude, there's something, the intent and the charisma and the passion and the stories and the things that you're doing behind this, to me, resonate a million times more than anything that you've posted before.
Yeah.
And so I told you, I was like, dude, if you can take this narrative, if you can take this story, if you can take this direction that you're going with right now and stick to it and be as disciplined as you were during training and be as consistent as you were, you're going to get natural followers. And that might not be 1 million followers, but the followers that will start following you because of the way that you're posting content and the way that you're articulating things, it's resonating and it's hitting people. Like I'm not just speaking for myself. Other people have reached out and I've talked to them. And so it's taking this and moving forward and being like, look, I'm going to continue to think that I'm fucking superhuman, but what do I have to do differently? And what is this going to teach me? And what am I going to take away? So I love that you're reflecting. I love that we haven't talked about this in depth yet, because it's just another fucking story in this life that you're creating. And it's like, what's going to come next? Or what's it like? Who knows? Maybe next time you fucking do so good that you qualify for Boston. And you're like, oh shit. Like you never know what can come from this, because again, it's giving you a different purpose, a different why, a different passion around this to be like, I'm going to fucking make whatever it is happen and I'm going to do it. And so it's really motivating. And truthfully, like now that it's over with, it's like when somebody gets hurt, like, in the moment, you're like, oh my God, are you okay? But afterwards, you're like, dude, you should have seen this person wipe out. It was crazy. And you laugh about it. And so like right now, where you're at and post-race and everything, like I can probably confidently say I'm happy this happened, because again, I think it's only going to fuel that mission, that more than me, that everything that you embody more to go to a different height. Where if you would have hit this, you would have been like, I told you I'm superhuman.
I know. I kind of feel similarly. I recorded a recap of the race last night, like to end out my vlog. And in it, I said that I think that this is probably going to be the race that I remember like the most in the future. I think that like this race is going to be one that like changed things for me. And you've said it. Multiple people have said like that this was the most dialed prep I've ever been in. But there was clearly room to dial it in even more. And I feel like that's like where I'm at now. I was like, okay, like if you would have gotten this, if you would have hit Sub-3, you probably would have hit it by under a minute. Like you would have barely got Sub-3. And you would have felt like, oh, I just need to keep doing what I'm doing. Like I'm doing enough, and I'm not doing enough. And that can be a negative thought process, because like at some point, like you need to feel like you're doing enough. But right now, I can confidently say I'm not. So like I'm already eyeing up new races. I irresponsibly considered just going balls to the wall in Charlotte, but I'm like, that's not smart.
I thought, I was like, is he gonna now take Charlotte serious if he runs it?
I was like, this is a hilly course. You're coming off of a race 4 weeks ago. Like, don't do this to yourself. But I've considered it multiple times. It's still a little bit in the back of my head, but I'm thinking more so for like next fall. So like throughout the entire 100-mile prep, just like keeping speed work in there. Like it doesn't necessarily need to be for a 100-miler, but like I know my goals are bigger than that. And so it's why like there is going to be a shift in mindset, because it's a completely different type of goal and something I've never taken on before. I still need to have like in the back of my mind that my main goal is still this. So there's just a lot of tweaks and a lot of things that I need to keep top of mind and just consistently doing.
Yeah.
And also things I need to consistently not be doing.
Yeah, we preach about the balance of life and being able to see progress and results, but also understanding like sometimes it makes sacrifices, but we still want to enjoy life. This is one of those moments where it's like you're now kind of competing with the elite. And so sometimes that balance of life might not be there for 6 months, and it might just be straight discipline and sacrifice.
That's how I feel right now. I feel like we say that, and we say it because we know who we're talking to. Our audience is a lot of like casual gym goers, just want to be healthy, want to enjoy life, want to do this. I have battled with not wanting to be that and not wanting that to be my identity for a while, but I think that it is. Yeah. And the more like I get around these environments, I'm like, so we talk about balance and like wanting to have fun. while we're doing these things.
Mm-hmm.
But like the most fun I have is going on a long run with the guys and like bullshitting out there and then going to get breakfast or getting a coffee afterwards. The least fun that I have is the morning after I drank and now I have to go hit 6 to 10 miles and I feel like shit. And it's like, does the fun I had that night outweigh that? Because I've also went out, not drank, hung out with the same people, went home, got sleep, and felt just as good the next day about, oh, I got to hang out with my friends, but I also am hitting a goal. So it's like balancing that and being like, well, maybe like this is where my priorities lie now and I have to be okay with that and lean into it more.
Yeah. And it's all about different stages. Like in the beginning, we say just put on the shoes and go and get steps. And then once people start feeling good, getting that natural sunlight, the fresh air, the movement, all of that stuff, they're like, oh, I kind of want a little bit more. And then I want a little bit more. And so think of my journey. I never wanted to run. I never wanted to do endurance. Now I'm starting to enjoy it. I still fight the battle of like, do I want to commit to stuff? Do I not want to? And it's just every phase, just like a job, like every phase you get an entry level. And then you learn, develop, and grow, and you get that next promotion. And then you learn. And so it's just that stage that people are on. And like we were talking about before we went live on this podcast is like there's so many people that are signing up for 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, full marathons now because I would like to say of like the More Than Me movement, like what we've been doing for the last 4 years. We just tied it to a theme this time. And it's cool to see that. But again, at one point, they weren't even hitting 10,000 steps. And so now seeing what they're doing, and the path that they're on, it's like, yeah, you graduate to these different levels and you should always want more. You should always want to be more. You should always want to do more. And like now you're to that point in this journey that you've been on for a decade of like, shit, I might really need to tailor things and might need to go to the next level. Mm-hmm. And so it looks different for everybody, but that doesn't change the message behind what we're talking about. Like you're just now going to like a VP status of like, all right, I got to act different. I got to be different. I got to do different. And you're leading from the front in a different direction, but that doesn't mean that it can't be relatable to other people because, again, those expectations aren't portrayed. It's just like, hey, like I've done all this. Now I want to go after this.
Mm-hmm. I think that I needed to do this race alone as well. I'm glad that I didn't meet up with anybody in the corral.
Mm-hmm.
They would have either pushed me too hard or I would have drugged them back or I don't know, something would have happened. Maybe not drug them back because everybody was struggling.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that like I went through it alone. And so I haven't signed up for Charlotte yet. But do you even want me to? Or do you want to run this alone?
Dude, I go back and forth on Charlotte myself. Like I just got an email and it was like, change your race, move your race to next year, give it to somebody else. And like I've just been thinking about the journey up until like a month from now when this race happens. And I've called myself out throughout this where like I just can't find the motivation for endurance. I'm finally getting that. It's finally coming back. The workouts, like I've been saying, have been feeling great. The runs have been feeling good. But I look at the Ironman prep and I look at like when I did the half marathon and I look at when I did the Spartan races and I look at all these things where my favorite part about it was the journey and like making the hard decisions, getting up at 3-4 o'clock to get a run and get a bike ride in, to make disciplines on like sacrifices on weekends because, all right, let's not go to dinner on Friday or get drinks on Friday. Let's do it on Saturday after the boys go out for a run and stuff like that. And I think the joy that I found around running is like actually being a part of a community, like going out with you and Tone or meeting up with Phil and John and all of them. Like that, I like running with people. When it was Ironman, I liked doing those things by myself because it was the swimming, it was the biking, and then the running, I would intermingle with you guys and stuff like that. And so I was talking to Lo last night. It's funny that you brought this up, but I was talking to her last night, and I'm like, I keep playing this mental battle where it's like, do I actually do this and just figure out like why I signed up for it and go through the hard? Like I had to take pretty much 2 weeks off because of the poison ivy. I'm congested as hell. I did 6 miles yesterday. Was it fun? No. Did it feel good? Yes. I'm going to do 12 Saturday as my goal as long as I can like breathe through it all.
I should be able to do at least half of that with you.
Okay.
I did 4 yesterday and it felt good. I actually feel better running than I do walking.
That's wild. So I was thinking of doing 12 Saturday and then like next week doing 4, 8, 16 and then doing like 7 or what was it? 5. So 6, 12, and then maybe like 20, and then just 2 weeks prior to the race, tapering back down. But I'm going through this thing where it's like, if I'm going to do this, like, I want to experience like what it's like to run 35 miles a week, to run 40 miles a week, to actually like give it my all and like follow a program that you create for me and stuff like that. And so I'm not saying that I'm going to like back out of it, because I will do it, but it's just something that I'm like, maybe next year is when I should do it, because I signed up for it off of a whim because of the thoughts that I had in my head of what other people wanted me to do and stuff like that. And so could I do it this year? Yes, 100%. Am I doing it this year? Yes, because I'm signed up right now. But it's something that I wanted to talk to you with, I guess, on air now. It's just like, no, you're good. It's just like, would I get more out of this process and actually like give it my all if I pushed it to next year? So that way I could take it away, and hopefully at that time, like, Tone's healthy as well. Hopefully you are. Like, hopefully we can get more people to do it, even have some of our clients like come down and make like an event out of it, and we just run it. So, cause like I've been toying with the fact of like, man, a 50-miler trail run would be awesome. Like, I keep seeing a bunch of people do it, and I'm like, for fun, that would be great. Get out there in the mountains or wherever. Like,
for fun. That's insane that you're saying that.
But I don't know. There's just like, there's so much in-depth thinking that I've been doing about this, or thinking about it. And so it's kind of my mindset right now. I mean, would I want you to do it with me? Yeah. Would I want Tone to do it with me this year? Yeah.
I mean, I'm down.
But
that's what I'm getting at, is if you want somebody, I just don't want to like steal that away from you with it being your first.
Yeah, no, I think because this hasn't really been like a prep.
It'd make it easier for sure.
Yeah.
I do think like all of those things are valid, but I feel like if you can do 12 this week, even if you can hit like 16 next week, I feel like you have it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be pretty. It's definitely going to be tough, but like we'll get it done.
Yeah.
So I feel like you already signed up. That is what it is. Like, if you want to really go for one next year, cool. But like, we could check the box if we got it done this year.
Yeah.
Number one, you'll do it before the Twins.
That's big facts.
You won't back out of your first marathon block.
One.
And then, yeah, I mean, I still think like we could get a decently respectable time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for a first, no one's looking for anything crazy, but I think you'll surprise yourself once you're out there.
Yeah.
And then also, like, yeah, it sounds good. Like, let's push it to next year. But next year's busy. Your next fall is going to be busy as shit. Like, you training through June, July, August, September is your wedding. Like, is it really going to happen? A lineup for a fall race? I don't know. It could for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But there's going to be so many other stressors that it's like, is it worth it? Because I'm already struggling with that. Of like, a big part of me would like to do one in the spring, but I'm not going to come off of 100 and do that in between my wedding. Like, there's like a 2-month gap. It's not going to make sense.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, do I do one in the fall? And now I have to train in the summer. Not ideal still. Did it this year. Not fun.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks. But fall races are like where you have the best chance of performing. Apparently not this year. But you got more than likely the better weather. And so I'm looking to maybe get in New York. I'm going to enter the lottery for sure. But if I don't get it, I think I'm going to fundraise.
Okay.
And so that's probably my marathon next year.
I like that.
If I do one. It's either that one or I'm going to take a year off and then maybe do like a spring race.
Okay. I don't hate that at all. What does fundraising look like for...
I think it's like 2,500. But
Okay.
like you have to get accepted onto a team. So like they have fundraising teams that they have so many bibs for. So like you apply for teams and then they accept you or not.
Wonder if Still I Run will.
They do, I think. Because they did some for Chicago. So it would just be about
Could be.
getting in there. But yeah, I want to like look into like what it actually looks like.
Yeah.
And see if I get in the lottery first. If I got lottery back to back for Chicago, New York,
Wouldn't hate that.
I might feel superhuman again.
Wouldn't hate that. Yeah, I mean, signing up if you want to, more than happy. If not, then I'll just fucking tackle this thing alone because
I'll sign up tonight.
All right. I don't think Tone's going to be doing it.
He said he hasn't officially backed. We talked about it yesterday.
Okay.
He hasn't officially backed out, but I personally told him I wouldn't push it.
Yeah.
I said if you really want to like try to come back and race next year, I wouldn't push it for this one.
Yep. Yeah, I would definitely chalk it up. You don't want to fuck that back up at all.
Yeah, any more than it already is.
Yeah. Well, I have about literally 25 questions that I could ask, but we're 44 minutes into this thing. So let's wrap it up here, and then we could even possibly touch on things later. So that way
I think I'm going to have a lot more reflections after this week of like just being by myself a lot. But I guess the main thing that I've taken away is like PRs are great. It's nice to have a goal, but sometimes like not achieving that goal is better for you in the long run. And I think that for me, like it showed me the more that like it's a privilege to be able to do this. There was a whole group of people who went out before the runners who were in wheelchairs.
Damn.
Like the speedy wheels with like 3 wheels on them, like the front.
Yep.
And they were going at it. And like, yeah, that's awesome. Like that these people went through something, or even if they were born that way, but like more than likely, some of them like went through a traumatic experience and they can't run.
Mm-hmm.
And so like what they would give to be able to run that at any pace is something that I can't take for granted. And there's also people who their goal was what I had and they missed that. And it's like, I can't beat myself up for what's still a respectable marathon time. Like it's not like I crawled my way across the finish line, but like just to be able to have a body that's healthy, have the ability and the determination to want to do this, and then be able to still execute it even though things aren't ideal, is something that I'm trying to soak in more and just recognize that like the fact that I get to do this is amazing. Like I do this for fun. This isn't something I have to do. This is something I choose to do. And just take it day by day, I guess.
That's all you can do, baby. Hey, I know everybody around you is proud of you, and we'll leave it at that because that truly is the main message. Is like it's cool that we choose to make this our hard instead of other things. And so with that, we'll leave it there and have the desire to inspire. Kiss your mama for us. We'll talk to you next week. It's on.
Peace.